don't be scared of loans. Loans are not, loans are there for a reason. Whoever came up with the whole concept of loans
it is a good concept.
It is a good concept as long as it is used in the right way. So as long as you're taking it for the right reason, you're not taking it so that you can entertain your friends, because that then becomes
birthday party.
You have a birthday party. How is that going to eat?
Taking hustler fund
for a birthday party. But you need to rise up from the ashes, shake the dust off yourself, and try and see what other ways that you can try and make money out here. Kiburi kando, pride aside, kiburi kando, whatever is available.
What is legal?
What is legal? Of course, keep it legal.
Welcome to another episode of State of Mind. Thank you so much for the online engagement that you've been giving us via social media. We are enjoying the support. And today we're having an interesting discussion with a doctor in regards to finances and mental health. So our discussion today is going to be based on how is our money affecting our mental health. You want to join us on social media? You can do so on Facebook on Switch TV Kenya, Twitter Switch TV Kenya, Instagram Switch TV KE, and YouTube Switch TV Kenya. So welcome, Dr. Julian Mwangi. I know you're the doctor who deals with health and also Daktari wa pesa. So tell us about yourself. What is your, what do you do? Where did you study? What do you do for work? Just give us everything.
Okay. Thank you very much for having me. My name is Dr. Julian Mwangi. I work in Nyeri. I am a medical doctor, medical officer, as you said. I went to school at JKUAT as well, graduated a few years back. I have a bias towards emergency medicine, emergency response, but I also like talking to the youth, especially on matters finances and how to equip themselves better when it comes to finances.
Okay, so tell us about that emergency health. What do you mean by emergency medicine, emergency health? People are wondering, what is emergency health? Is it the ambulances they see rushing outside? What is emergency health?
Okay, emergency health, basically, if I would just make it seemingly easier for the layman to understand, is what you guys would call first aid, but there is more to it than just first aid. So we have the basic life support, then we have advanced life support, but the one that I like spreading information on to the public is the basic life support, because these are things that you can do when you're at home. You don't need any advanced things, you don't need drugs, you don't need defibrillators, you don't need anything. You have your hands and you have your telephone. So we basically educate people on how to save lives with what you have.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, that's interesting. So we have, she's a doctor in medicine and also a doctor who is very interested in emergency health.
Yes.
And also beyond that, you're interested in money. So tell us, what do you talk to the youth about finances?
Okay.
Yes.
So I noticed that the youth have very little education when it comes to money. It is not by their own fault. You see, when we were young, as we were growing up, not many of us got the chance to deal with money firsthand.
That's true.
Not many money was a thing that was for parents, and you only get very calculated amounts, very little allowances, if at all, to go by your daily
and you don't even understand why this money is being divided like this.
Exactly. So I like talking to the youth, because I like to give them the knowledge that they lacked when they were growing up. I fortunately got to be educated by my parents. They got to open for me a savings account when I was still very early. So I feel like I understand money. I am not afraid of money.
Yes.
And that's the same courage that I want other people to have as they're growing up, or as they get to discover themselves.
Okay, that's interesting. So roughly, tell us, when you were young, how much money would you save, and how young was young by then?
Not much, to begin with. Okay, so I used to go very far for school from home.
Okay.
So I used to be given transport.
Yes.
But at the same time, my parents would expect me to save in like a little
piggy bank.
Yeah, in the piggy bank. Yes. So for me to be able, because I had a target that they'd set for me to save at the end of the month, and then with that target, we'd separate this money into tithing money. And
wow.
Yeah, so I started tithing when I was pretty young, and this is for buying movies. You remember
Yes.
the
CDs.
the
Yes.
tapes that we'd buy.
Yeah.
So I was getting those things for myself. So
Wow.
what I do is
Yes.
the money that I've been given for break, for even fare sometimes, I preferred walking.
So you save that money?
So that I save that 10 bob for transport and put it in the LA bank.
Yeah.
So that at the end of the month, I really try to meet my targets. And what used to motivate me was that my parent was also very helpful. So with whatever I have, as long as I've met my target,
Yes.
they'd top me up and help me finance whatever I want to get.
Wow.
Yes.
That's an interesting tip for parents out there.
Yes.
So let me ask, you growing up like that, what do you think of finances and mental health? What's the connection? Because we have food. Food directly affects mental health. If you don't eat, your brain doesn't grow. So how do finances interact with mental health in your objective?
Okay. So in my view, financial wellness has a direct impact on your wellness as a human being, as a whole.
Yes.
So when we talk about mental health, we like dividing it into three. Like we talk about the biological aspect of it, your physical wellness, the psychological bit of it, and the like the derangements that come when your psychological bit is not healthy.
That's true.
And then there's the social bit of it.
Yes.
Okay. So when you have financial difficulty or financial problems, trust me, all these three aspects of your life are affected.
That's
meaning that the fundamentals of your mental wellness are also affected. So when you have financial difficulty, you find that you're not able to function well.
Yes.
You have stress, you have anxiety, you're not able to sleep well. That means that you're not able to work well.
Yes.
So you don't have the strength, for example, to wake up and go to work. It affects your innovation, your creativity, your ability to think through through problems and come up with innovative solutions. And that has you mismanaging even the little that you have. So back again to financial problems, financial difficulty. So what it creates is it's a vicious cycle. Of financial difficulty and getting into stress and anxiety, mismanaging the little that you have, going back to even
you don't have money again.
Exactly.
So let's go to a hot topic that is currently in the government right now.
Okay.
Fuliza, Hustler Fund.
Okay.
What do you feel about those quick loans?
My views on them, I don't think they're a bad thing.
Okay.
Because you see, growing up around money, I don't think loans are a problem as long as you're taking this loan for the right reason. If you're taking this loan to help you in a way that will either help you generate more money or to get you out of a fix and not to get you deeper into debt, then you're taking the loan for the right reason. Because this is also one of the things that I talk to the youth out here about. Don't be scared of loans. Loans are not, loans are there for a reason. Whoever came up with the whole concept of loans it is a good concept. It is a good concept as long as it is used in the right way. So as long as you're taking it for the right reason, you're not taking it so that you can entertain your friends, because that then becomes
birthday party.
You have a birthday party. How is that going to
taking Hustler Fund
for a birthday party? So that is not going to bring you any returns unless from the birthday party you're going to network and you'll get a job out of it. Then why not?
Okay. So let me ask, people at this point, people are having mental health problems because they don't have some things. One, rent is becoming a problem. And interestingly, we've had these discussions amongst friends. A car is a necessity of late. It is a huge necessity. So what do you feel about what kind of investments do you feel that if the youth take a loan to purchase is going to not give them mental health problems, but is going to be a good investment, as you said? Let's discuss a car loan. What do you feel about a car loan?
Okay, so I feel like that question can't be answered generally. Loans, okay, I feel like you take a loan depending on your needs at that point. And our needs are spread across our different ages. Like your need as a 19-year-old fresh from high school is not the same as the need for a 27-year-old fresh from campus. Is not the same as the need for this person who had who's just started a family. So when we discuss about loans generally, just try and see whether that loan is going to be helpful for you wherever you are. You remember when we were in campus, because we went to the same school.
Yes, we did.
When we were in campus, we had people who would take loans to start businesses, just small.
And it worked very well.
Yeah, just small businesses on the side. You know, something that you're doing besides school, and it worked for them.
It did.
But we also had people who would take loans for parties, as we mentioned earlier, and with that you just get deeper and deeper into loans. So as I said earlier, loans are not a bad thing. Car loans are not a bad thing if it is going to help you in some way. We had people who take car loans because it's going to help them with this business that they're doing. You've started growing. So I had a friend still in school who had started growing vegetables, and they needed to get these vegetables to their market.
So transport.
So to cut down, yes,
the middleman transport person who digs more into your pocket.
Yes, so they do it themselves. So for them, a car loan is not something that you talk them out of.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So tell us. So currently for you in this economy, we know people say doctors make a lot of money. But now,
do they?
People feel like that.
Okay.
So for you in this economy, how is your mental health? I know things are getting expensive, services are getting more expensive. So where is your mind right now as a person who has groomed herself as a financial expert in regards to finances and money? Where is your mental health right now?
Okay, so for me, times are not getting easy. Yes, times are not getting easy, and I realize that, you know, where our parents were at our age, you know, the way they're always saying, at your age I had this or the other, it's harder for us to be where they were at their time.
So I feel like when you're out here, there are different challenges that
for
you're
different
facing
people.
for different people, for different individuals, and also for different times. I feel like at their time, things like cars were not necessities. They were actually luxuries at that time. At this point, it's a whole necessity. So I understand that when you say that for parents, when they say at that time I was having this and this and this, we are not living in the same times, and we need to be very aware of where we are right now. And as you said, our individualized needs and what the society expects us, and we need not to bow down to that. So what kind of financial problems do people have that affect mental health? Is it because you're using, what do you think in regards to finances affects our mental health? Is it because you're using too much money, or you're not getting enough money, or you
don't have any money at all?
We just don't have any money.
Yeah, you know,
how do you feel about that?
Currently, the rate of unemployment is very high, and this is not just for the uneducated. There is a heated discussion that was brought up a few months ago, where this person did everything by the book, went to school, got straight A's, went to campus, graduated with a first class, and then they're out here without, no one is employing this person. So you get that unemployment is very high. So with no employment, then it means that there is no source of income to begin with. So of course that is one of the greatest financial crises that we have right now, just unemployment. But I like that our generation is really living in the gray. So even if you don't have a formal employment, there is this whole thing for, you know, like the gig economy. So you get gigs here and there, purely based on your skills, and you make your skills work for you. So we have people who are selling paintings, we have people who are selling consultants at a very young age, you know.
That's true.
So you focus on social media, and you call yourself a social media consultant, but it's because you have managed to get a great amount of, you know, you have wealth of knowledge in a certain field, and you choose to sell that. So I like that this unemployment thing that has come up is really forcing us, the youth, to become more innovative and more creative in looking for this money wherever it may be. And I'm glad that we're living in this era of, you know, the internet, which has opened up so much for us and so much opportunity. So much as people are saying that there isn't much to do, there's still a portion that's like, there is still not much to do in the office, but out here we're still able to.
There's actually especially with the expansion of the digital platforms.
So much as there is unemployment, there is also a crisis that is facing the youth, where you want to keep up with whatever is going on, keeping up with the trends, and that is also really digging into our pockets as well, because you want to move with the trends. So that is also one of the things that lead us into financial problems. If you just stick in your lane, you know, this is how much you have, this this is how much you can afford, you avoid so much.
It actually avoids so much. I agree with you.
Yeah.
I really, really agree with you. So something else. Let's expound more in regards to the link between money and mental health. I know there's this saying people would say, I better be sad in a Range Rover than be happy on a bicycle. So does money have a direct link to good mental health? Or because we've seen people who are very rich, but they're very sad. The people who are not doing very well financially, but they're very happy. So is there a direct link between money and mental health?
Of course, there is a direct link.
Okay.
It is true that money will not solve all your problems, but money will be able to sustain you through some of
your
these.
problems.
It will smoothen your problems. They won't have very rough edges.
Okay.
So if you don't have money, for example, or whatever your financial difficulty is, because mine may be I have money, but it's not enough to sustain all this that I want to do. So as I said earlier, you get into financial difficulty of whatever sort, and that brings upon anxiety and stress. And this has a direct impact on our physical bodies, our biological bodies. So we get these stress hormones that go up, right? So with that comes diseases like high blood pressure, diseases like diabetes that you didn't have or you weren't even predisposed to before. But as a result of this increased stress hormones, you get that you're already predisposed to them. So apart from that, when you don't have money, you're not able to afford good health-seeking behaviors. You're not able to afford good medical facilities.
Insurance
you're
covers.
Not able, exactly.
Yeah.
You're not able to afford good foods. It also forces you to downgrade on even the essentials because you're trying to cut down on costs. You find that you maybe have to live in a substandard way. It's just so that you can be able to afford other things, you know, when you now organize your list of priorities. And sometimes things that don't make it to this list are things that are still essential.
That's true. That's true. Like good food.
Yes.
If you had to use this kind of oil, if you wanted to use this kind of cooking fat, now you have to downgrade to something else.
Yes.
And actually, as we had a discussion last week in regards to mental health and finances, you're not able to seek the right kind of health that you require as a patient who has mental health disorders.
Exactly.
Okay. So, quick one. So, what financial problems can cause the most stress in regards to you? Which ones do you see can cause the most stress? Is it because is it controlled by the economy generally, or is it a personal problem? Is it you who's not making money, which can cause the biggest problem, or is it because it's things beyond you? The country, the way it's going, the way things are going, you just don't have money.
It's just like where we are right now, with everyone complaining the way the country is and there is no money, but we still have people who we feel like are making money. So I feel like the best way to answer that is that they'll probably never be enough, but you need to be creative as a person to see avenues, to seek other ventures that can bring you more money, whatever people call passive income. So if you're lucky enough to have a job, how else can you improve the income that you already have? So it could be either way. It could be that the economy is doing really well, but you're just not up to it. You're not up and ready to go and look for this money. Or it could be that yourself, because you see, like when something like COVID-19 came, it is not through our own fault that people lost jobs. There was retrenchment. It was beyond you that you get yourself, you know, you no longer have a job that was really well paying just a few years back. So that one is beyond you. Whether the economy is doing great or not, that one is beyond you. But you need to rise up from the ashes, shake the dust off yourself, and try and see what other ways that you can try and make money out here. Kiburi kando, pride aside, kiburi kando, whatever is available.
What is legal?
What is legal? Of course, keep it legal.
Keep it legal. Actually, I was reading that yesterday. 30% of Kenya's GDP is controlled by 130 people only. And 30 people only.
Are you in the 130?
We are working towards that. We are working towards being the 132nd people at this point. So I feel like, as you've said, some things are beyond us. There are things happening. Diseases come. A country has economic recession. So even as you're dealing with yourself in regards to your money situation, just try and be soft on yourself, be slow on yourself, understand yourself. but also be able to work hard and make the money. So let's do gambling.
Okay.
I know gambling has become a huge deal. People feel like they can get the money chap like this, but you've seen people gamble school fees, and they end up committing suicide. Like, it just comes down very fast. You were having school fees, now you're dead. So what do you feel about it? So talk about gambling.
Gambling is actually a very interesting topic, and did you know that it was recently added into the diagnostic manual that we use to diagnose mental illnesses? Yes.
Okay.
It has now been qualified as an actual mental disorder.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow, that's good.
Yeah, so we get ourselves into these situations, of course, not by wanting. It seems like the easy way out. But what I like to, or what I usually tell the people that I talk to, is when you get yourself into gambling, you actually end up losing more than you make.
People don't seem to see it.
The house always wins.
Oh,
the house will always win.
The owners of the company
will always win. Yes. So even the ones who win out of these lotteries and everything are very few compared to the ones who participate in them.
So they give 1 million shillings to one person after 1,000 or 1 million people contribute 10 million.
Exactly.
Then they pick this one person and you've won. So people lose money, they lose their families, they lose their jobs.
Yeah. And if you also go back to the math, to the actual math, and we remember in high school we did probability.
Yes, we did.
The probability of you being that winner against all these other people who are playing this game, when you're talking about gambling, as compared to the probability of you making very little profit when you do something that you know has been proven to have chances, you know, you going to Gikomba and trying to sell this thing to me has higher chances that I'll buy this piece of cloth as compared to you fighting to get this 1 million.
Sending my 100 shillings there
every single day, sometimes twice a day
or twice a day, waiting to get. So I'll end up losing my money on this side. I have no food for my family
at the end of the day.
I'm getting into alcoholism, and that's how things go down.
Exactly.
Okay, so now for the youth, because I know we're getting to a point where we need to really focus on investments, and I think the discussion of investing should come early.
Yes.
Early, before you get to your 50s, 60s. I'm not saying it's late, but before you get to a point where it's probably your financial muscle is getting weak, so you need to probably start investing early. So what are the investment options that you think the youth can start saving their small coins? Because if you start saving small, you'll have more. So what are the financial drivers or financial instruments that the youth can use to save money now?
Okay, so I like that question because there's been a lot of awareness being created around investment opportunities, even when you're not making so much. But what the angle that I'd like to start with when I'm answering that question is investing in yourself, because I feel like people don't really take that into account so much that even investing in yourself is something that you're doing, hoping that it will bring you returns. Same as when you put your money in a certain opportunity, you're waiting for returns in the long run. Even when you invest in yourself, in making yourself stand out of the crowd, in making yourself have a competitive edge against the rest, you're hoping that it will bring you returns in the future. So I really like to urge the youth to also take time to just invest in themselves. Yes, there are free online
education
all around right now.
Skills.
Yes.
Digital
exactly work. So try and invest in it. And some, even when you get to pay for some of these courses, you get that like they don't cost so much. Maybe from 2,000 to maybe up to 20,000 for some courses.
That's true.
So sometimes when your money is not, you feel like it's not going to give you so much return, try and put some of it into yourself.
And you actually see
exactly.
Then you can actually see the results.
Yes.
Okay, I think Daktari, we're definitely going to have you again on the show, because we haven't even touched in regards to SACCOs, in regards to investments, the bonds, the treasury bonds. There's a lot that we need to learn in regards to finances and how this is going to affect our mental health and how it's going to ensure that we're mentally stable and financially stable. Thank you so much, Dr. Julian Mwangi.
Okay.
It was an exciting session to have you here, educating us about money and mental health. I'm your host. My name is Dr. Rogoro Kimani. See you again at the State of Mind.